Module 5, Lecture 3. Students, today we are going to study about expatriation, the meaning and the advantages of expatriation. Let us first understand what is expatriation and who is an expatriate. An employee who's working and temporarily residing in a foreign country is known as expatriate. Some firms prefer to use the term international assignees. Expatriates are parent country nationals from the parent country operations. TCN are known as third country national and are transferred to either headquarters or another subsidiary. And HCN are the host country nationals who may be transferred into the parent country. Let us look at this slide. It says how international assignments create expatriates. There is the parent country where the headquarters are situated, and there may be subsidiary A as well as subsidiary B where the company operations are there. We can see that there is movement of employees from one country to the other. It can be in the form of parent country nationals, host country nationals, or third country nationals. In case the employee belongs to parent country or the headquarters, he is termed as parent country national. If he belongs to host country where the subsidiary operations are there, he may be called as a host country national. And if he belongs to any other country, then he is called the third country national. So we can see very clearly from this diagram that there is movement of employees from one place to the other. Wherever the national boundary is crossed, we call him an expatriate. Coming to advantages of expatriation. We have understood from the last few slides that there is an option for the organization to employ local people, both in its headquarters as well as in its host country. There are benefits and drawbacks of each. In case the organization is moving people from one location to the other and it is known as expatriation, let us look at the advantages of expatriation in this case. First, it helps in improving the local market knowledge. By living and working in export territories, expatriate gains a deeper understanding of the local market conditions, business practices, and cultural factors than the employee who try to conduct overseas business from the headquarters. This local understanding and awareness helps the organization reduce the risk and avoid the mistake that could limit the market success. So we see that in case the head office wants to keep the control from the headquarters, it is very difficult to do. Instead, it can send some of the expatriates from the headquarters to the subsidiary to maintain control. Second, instill company culture. Expatriates work very closely with the overseas subsidiaries, distributors, agents, and joint venture partners to ensure they understand the parent company's culture, standards, and values. They also use the understanding of cultural differences to modify any of those factors in line with local business practices. By instilling parent company culture and practices, expatriates ensure customers receive a consistent standard of service in all export territories. Thus, the headquarters can keep control over the culture of the organization and can make sure that even in the subsidiary, the same kind of home culture will be practiced. The third is transfer of knowledge. Expatriates transfer knowledge and skills to overseas partners. If they are setting up manufacturing operation, for example, expatriates can help partner implement corporate working practices and quality standards or use techniques and technologies developed in the parent company. Expatriates working with local distributors or agents can provide partners with product and market knowledge and develop joint program to improve the market penetration. The next is increased local control. By appointing expatriates to manage business in export territories, organizations can increase business and financial control over local operations. They establish financial and operational targets with the business partners, work with them to achieve targets, and monitor performance. They provide headquarters with accurate reports and are in a position to take remedial action if the partners are not able to meet target. Expatriates also ensure that local partners comply with the policies and procedures and quality and customer service standards. Develop management talent. Appointing employees to overseas assignments helps the organization to develop their management skills and competencies. Expatriates learn to recognize and understand the diversity of local market conditions in different territories, giving them a broader perspective on marketing. They also develop the leadership and interpersonal skills to manage or collaborate with multicultural teams. Developing management talent through expatriate assignments helps the organization develop the skills to success in global markets. Changing role of expatriates in the current scenario. While expatriates make an important contribution to helping the organization develop export markets, their role is changing. Organizations increasingly recognize the value of developing local talent in export markets as a way of meeting the needs of the individual markets. Rather than sending a succession of expatriates to run local operation, they encourage expatriate to develop local successor who can take over responsibility. Thus, it can be easily said that when the organization is starting international operations, in the initial stages, it should send expatriates to take the culture to the new location, also set up a value system and culture of the new location. But after some time, there has to be some succession planning of local employees in the place so that we are also helping to develop a larger pool and the dependency on the head office will be reduced. Thank you, and that's all for this lecture.